From Hollywood, it's the Smiley Burnette Show.
Well, I'm mighty gone fishing.
Mighty gone fishing.
Got thinking it over.
Thinking it over.
The road to the river.
Ooh, it's a mighty long way.
It's a mighty long way.
It's the Smiley Burnette Show, transcribed with music by the Whippoorwills, songs by Sweet Georgia Brown and the Gay Rancheros, yours truly, Joe Slattery, and starring the clown prince of Western pictures, Smiley Burnette.
Taking it easy. It's my lazy day.
It's my lazy day.
And now here's the man who says a policeman with aching feet ought to be called Corn on the Cob. It's Smiley Burnette.
You ought to write a book sometime and put all them in it. I got a good one for you today.
Well, what is it now, Smiley? Something happened out in Freeman?
You said it. You know how folks are always kidding Mallet Head Luther because he's so dumb, don't you?
Yeah.
Well, Mallet Head, he got mad about it, and he went to the high school teacher, and he had the teacher make him a sign for his shoe stand.
Well, what'd the sign say?
Well, I don't exactly know. How's about you read it? I brought it along with me.
All right, let's see. It says, pedal habiliments artistically lubricated and illuminated with an ambidextrous facility for the infinitesimal remuneration of 25 cents.
Wow. Good for Mallet Head.
Good for old Mallet Head.
The funny thing about it is that half of the folks out there, including me, don't know what that means. Poor old Mallet Head. When he was going to school, all he could do was watch the clock. And finally the teacher put a cloth over the clock, and she printed a sign and put on it, Dear Mallet Head, time will pass. Will you?
Didn't some fella get murdered out there the other day, Smiley?
Oh, yeah, I almost forgot. The local Freeman paper had a story about it. Said he was lucky. He had just put all his money in the bank the day before he was killed. Said he didn't lose anything but his life.
Lovey mine, cuddle up and be my little clinging vine.
Like to see your cheeks so rosy, love to make you comfy, cozy.
'Cause I love from head to toesy.
Lovey mine, lovey mine.
Well, just call me old Quick Thinker Burnette. That's all
Quick
you did.
thinker, huh?
Yes, sir, boy. I really saved the day over at Griffith Park yesterday.
What'd you do?
Well, sir, I shot a horse on the merry-go-round. There was about to be a stampede over there. Oh, yes, sir. Say, folks, just stick around here a minute now. I want you to hear a mighty important message from some people we think an awful lot of, our sponsor. there. Boy, you've been having me more fun. Hey, Rudy.
Hey.
Rudy Suter, come over here.
Rudy, this is Rudy.
Oh, Rudy. We're always glad when Rudy comes to be on our program. Rudy, all the boys has been hoping that sometime when you visited our program, you'd get around to singing that song that you wrote about the Indian. What's the name of that thing?
You mean Nottingham's War Dance?
Yeah, that's a good one, boy. Let's all get on our war bonnets here now and sing Indian songs. Go on, sing it, Rudy.
Lord Nottingham was an Englishman, and he played the tom-toms in the band, but the rawhide rhythm caused his mind to crack. So they locked him up in a padded cell at the cuckoo house. He's doing well at everything he sees, he takes a whack. Oh, he thinks he's a great big Indian chief, and he thinks his squaw is Princess Falling Leaf. So he pitched his nightshirt for a tent. Now he goes around with his back all bent, doing a war dance down at the cuckoo house. He's doing a war dance down at the cuckoo house. He's doing a war dance down at the cuckoo house. He told his squaw this morning to give all his warriors warning, 'cause he's doing a war dance down at the cuckoo house. Big pale-faced guard passed by the door, so old Nottingham sitting on the floor, and he asked him if he'd smoke a pipe apiece. Nottingham let out a groan. He said he'd give everything he owned for a tomahawk to slay the bloomin' beast. I'd get 'em scalped hanging my teepee from the statue of our dear old liberty. So he grabbed his tom-toms from the floor with a whoop-de-yell. He's off once more, doing a war dance down at the cuckoo house. He's doing a war dance down at the cuckoo house. He's doing a war dance down at the cuckoo house. On his tom-toms he starts drumming. He thinks buffaloes are coming while he's doing a war dance down at the cuckoo house.
Yarn about the Indians that was sending up some smoke signals off the top of the mountain, and one of them looked out and saw the atom bomb going off, and he says, doggies, I wished I'd have said that. Mangold Bachway used to start it. He worked it for a little while in a great big office building with a whole lot of people. One day a fella comes up to Mangold and he says, I'd like to ask you something, Mr. Mangold. How is it that you can finish your work every day at 4 o'clock while I got to stay here till 8 o'clock to finish up? Well, sir, says Mangold, that's easy. Every time I get some papers on my desk that looks like they're going to take a lot of time, I just mark them, refer to Mr. Smith. I figure that in an outfit as big as this, there must be a Mr. Smith somewhere. And I guess I'm right. None of my papers ever come back. Brother, I wish you'd take your coat off. The feller says, I'm going to whip you. I'm Mr. Smith. Well, it wasn't too good, but it was the best one I could find today. Here is a little song called Don't You Think You're Wrong. Start out there and I'll sing it for you. Don't you think you're being mean? Don't you know that folks have seen someone else has come between? Oh, don't you think you're wrong? Don't you know I've feelings too? Don't you know that what you do might come home someday to you? Oh, don't you think you're wrong? I've been a-counting the minutes in hopes that you'd call. I'm knowing down deep, dear, you'd never call at all. Don't you think of me sometime? Don't you think someday you'll find it was me you had in mind? Oh, don't you think you're wrong? Can you play it, huh? Oh, yeah. Mistaken.
Now don't you think of me sometime, and don't you think someday you'll find it was old Frog you had in mind. Oh, don't you think you're wrong?
Show's over. I wished it wasn't, though. I can't leave the studio. Listen, you go out there and tell that cop that I've got a right to go 35 miles an hour.
Yeah, but not on the sidewalk.
Oh, folks, we've had a good time. Be with us again when we're back again, will you, huh? This old Smiley Burnette saying, speak well of me. Now dare you to talk about me.
You've been listening to the Smiley Burnette Show with Sweet Georgia Brown, the Gay Rancheros, music by the Whippoorwills, and starring Smiley Burnette. Joe Slattery speaking. The Smiley Burnette Show is produced and transcribed in Hollywood.